Higher Studies in Japan. Hey friends, how are you? Welcome to Saral Japani YouTube channel. Friends, if you are applying for higher studies in Japan in the humanities stream, but not sure of the type of research you can perform there, or you are confused with the research proposal that you have to submit as part of your application, then here are a few ideas of prospective research topics in humanities stream. So this is applicable for both master as well as doctoral degree application. And this is valid for the upcoming MEXT applications for 2027 and other scholarship applications as well. Higher studies in Japan, 20 research topic ideas in humanities. Number one, post-war Japanese literature and the search for identity. This study will examine how post-war Japanese authors such as Oe Kenzaburo and Mishima Yukio grapple with questions of identity, defeat, and modernization. By analyzing selected texts, the research will explore how literature reflected Japan's social upheaval and contributed to cultural debates about tradition and Western influence. The second topic, Haiku in the Digital Age, Evolution of a Traditional Form. This research will trace how the haiku, a quintessential Japanese literary form, has adapted to contemporary digital spaces such as social media. The study will analyze online haiku communities and the ways in which brevity, imagery, and tradition are preserved or altered in global digital contexts. Number three, representation of women in Japanese contemporary fiction. This study will focus on works by contemporary female writers such as Yoshimoto Banana and Kawakami Miiko, examining how their narratives challenge gender norms. The research will analyze themes of identity, family, and agency, highlighting literature's role in shaping social discourse on gender equality. Number four, the global reception of Haruki Murakami's works. Murakami Haruki is one of Japan's most internationally recognized authors. This research will investigate how his works are interpreted differently in Japan and abroad, considering issues of translation, cultural universality, and global literary markets. Number 5. Japanese aesthetics in film, wabi, sabi, and mono no aware. This research will analyze how traditional aesthetic principles such as wabi-sabi and mono no aware influence Japanese cinema. Case studies may include films by Ozu Yasujiro, Kurosawa Akira, and Miyazaki Hayao, linking visual storytelling to cultural philosophy. Number 6. The samurai ethos and its reinterpretation in modern Japan. This research will trace how the samurai ethos or Bushido has been reinterpreted in modern times, from nationalism in the Meiji era to pop culture representations. The study will analyze how historical values continue to shape national identity and contemporary imagination. Number 7. Memory of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japanese collective consciousness. This study will examine how the atomic bombings are remembered in literature, film, and public monuments. It will explore how collective memory influences national pacifism, identity, and Japan's diplomatic stance in the nuclear age. Number 8. Preservation of intangible cultural heritage, the case of No and Kabuki. This research will analyze how UNESCO recognition and government policies contribute to preserving Japan's traditional performing arts. The study will assess challenges of modernization, audience engagement, and global promotion of cultural heritage. Number 9. The role of Shinto shrines in contemporary Japanese society. Although Japan is highly secular, Shinto shrines remain central to community rituals and cultural identity. This research will investigate the social role of shrines in festivals, rites of passage, and tourism, examining how ancient traditions adapt in modern contexts. Number 10. Post Meiji cultural transformations, Japan's encounter with the West. This research will explore how Japan negotiated westernization after the Meiji Restoration, focusing on architecture, literature, and education reforms. It will analyze how Japan blended foreign influences with native traditions to forge a modern identity. Number 11. Zen philosophy and its influence on Japanese arts. This study will examine how Zen Buddhism has influenced Japanese art forms such as ink painting, rock gardens, and tea ceremony. The research will highlight the intersection of spirituality, minimalism, and aesthetics in shaping cultural expression. Number 12. Ethics of technology in Japanese philosophy. This research will investigate Japanese philosophical perspectives on technology, particularly robotics and AI, in relation to concepts of harmony, coexistence, and human dignity. The study will explore whether Japanese thought offers alternative ethical models compared to Western frameworks. Number 13. The Kyoto School and its relevance today. The Kyoto School philosophers such as Nishida Kitaro and Nishitani Keiji developed unique blends of Eastern and Western thought. This study will analyze their ideas on nothingness and modernity, considering how their philosophies resonate in today's global context. Number 14. Religious syncretism in Japan, Shinto and Buddhism. This research will explore how Japan has historically blended Shinto and Buddhist practices, creating a unique religious landscape. The study will examine rituals, festivals, and beliefs, analyzing how syncretism shapes cultural identity. Number 15. Confucian ethics and modern Japanese society. This study will trace the influence of Confucian values such as filial piety and social harmony on Japanese education, corporate culture, and social norms. The research will assess how these values persist or evolve in a contemporary society. Number 16. The evolution of the Japanese writing system. This research will trace the historical development of Japan's writing system from kanji adoption to kana and modern orthographic reforms. The study will assess how writing shaped literacy, education, and cultural identity. Number 17. Politeness strategies in Japanese language use. Japanese communication is characterized by complex honorifics and politeness strategies. This research will investigate how these forms function in different social contexts, comparing traditional and modern workplace communication. Number 18. Loan words in Japanese, globalization and language identity. This research will analyze the increasing use of gairaigo, that is loan words in Japanese, especially from English. The study will examine linguistic adaptation, generation, generational attitudes, and implications for cultural identity. Number 19. Language and gender in Japanese media. This study will analyze how men's and women's speech patterns are portrayed in Japanese television, manga, and anime. The research will evaluate how media reinforces or challenges gender norms through linguistic representation. And last but not the least, number 20, teaching Japanese as a foreign language, cultural contexts and challenges. This research will investigate how cultural contexts influence the teaching of Japanese as a foreign language. The study will examine pedagogy, materials, and cultural integration in Japanese language education abroad. So friends, these were the 20 topics, 20 ideas. If you are applying for postgraduate studies in any Japanese university, and if you are looking for some kind of guidance or some kinds of ideas and hints towards the research proposal you are going to prepare. So from these 20 topics, you can have your own research proposal built up. So that's all for today. In one of the similar videos which I will be posting next time, I will present you another 20 sets of ideas, probably in a different discipline than humanities. So keep watching and stay tuned. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Mata imasho.